Hey guys, thought I would start 2020 out with a fun video. So here's my review of the Bandai movie monster series, Anguirus. Now, let me just say beforehand, Anguirus is one of my favorite Godzilla characters of all time. His, bravery for being such a smaller monster, being nowhere near as powerful as Godzilla, but still doing some real damage against foes. And his just design with his awesome spikes and his just whole nature of things. He is one of my favorite characters. Even being a favorite character, this is actually my first figure of him because it was hard to find any Anguirus figures. So when I saw that the Bandai Movie Monster series was reissuing his Final Wars figure, I was so excited and I just had to get it. So what we'll do first when talking about the figure, I'll actually go over articulation. The head can turn. I'm not going to turn all the way because it's a nice tight joint. The arms and legs can both move, which is nice. And that's about it. You get each arm, each leg, and then the head. Nothing at the tail, but that is just fine with me. The next thing that we're going to be going over is the different details. First thing is the face. I think that this does a really good job of capturing the Final Wars look for Anguirus. He's a little bit more muscular, and his face is a little bit shorter, so that's good. He has nice paint for the eyes, as you can see. He has the pupils painted and everything, which is nice and good. The teeth are painted very well, as well as the head crest spikes. They're not as well painted, but that's okay. And then you got his big chunk right here of spikes, which is awesome. There are very many spikes. There are a whole lot of them. And I know some people have complained about there not being any paint, like on here on his shoulders, for the different spikes, and for his thighs right here, even for the tip of the tail, for some of the spikes, but I think it's fine. I'm just super happy to actually have an Anguirus figure. Taking a closer look at the tail, which I have just mentioned, it goes from the back section of spikes and then nice tapers in. I think it's just a separate piece of plastic that they put on there, and they have these nice ridges that go to the end of the tail with the spikes. This Anguirus design really does look more like an Ankylosaurus, which is the dinosaur he's supposed to be mutated from. So that's pretty cool. He's got nice detail right there on his arms, you can tell. And then in the legs and the feet are sort of odd how they're positioned, like the ankles are bent to be crouched over. That's okay, I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't bulk up or hinder the design any, so I'm okay with it. Now for some size comparisons. Here is the Bandai Movie Monster Series Final Wars Gigan. And this is not the reissue that was just released. This is the original figure. And if you've seen my Godzilla collection video, you know that this is my first Godzilla figure actually from Japan. So I have a lot of fond memories of the figure. I think they go well together because of the movie and all. It's a nice pairing. The next figure I will compare it to is the Bandai America Final Wars Godzilla. This is the 12-inch one, as you can tell by the big size difference. And then for a last size comparison, here is something. I don't actually know what this particular thing is. It's some sort of dinosaur figure, but as I mentioned, Anguirus has always been one of my favorite kaiju from the movies, and when I couldn't use an actual Anguirus figure, because like I said, this is my first one, I used this as Anguirus when when I was younger. So yeah, I just thought I might want to add this in the size comparison. He is very orange, this dude right here. But I don't know. They look good together, maybe. So, that's it for size comparisons. Okay, so I almost forgot to include this, but here's a look at his tag that he came with. On the front, it's a nice image of Anguirus. I'm surprised they went with like a red sort of filter look. There's an explosion going on in the background. That's probably why it looks like that. It says Anguirus in Japanese and in English down there. And then some more Japanese that I do not understand. Flip it to the back, says Godzilla Final Wars. It says Movie Monster Series. I know that because they're in English too. Bandai. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the card. I just wanted to show that off. So there is my look at the Bandai Movie Monster Series Anguirus reissue. I really love this figure, to be completely honest, and that's mainly because of my love for the character Anguirus. And if you, like me, also love Anguirus, I would definitely make this figure part of your collection, because it is so hard to find Anguirus figures before this came out, because I think the original release was like $200 on Amazon, and it was super hard to find. So this is a great figure. You should pick it up if you're a fan of Godzilla, or especially a fan of Anguirus. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys next time.